Hello everyone, I'm Manish and this is part 17. In this video, we will see how to add and update sales order object through DI API, and at the same time we will use form data event, and we'll also see what the challenges comes while setting the document properties, especially the date, doc due date. So most of the people using string format of doc date and trying to set to the doc date or doc due date. So at this time, the DI API gives error, but in this video we will see how you will use so that DI API will not give you any error. So let's start. So first of all, I will show you through the screen and then we will move to the code part. So this is my UDO form. After successfully add of this UDO form, the sales order document will generate through DI API code into the sales module. So basically I have written the DI API code to add the sales order document on successful add of this UDO form. So before adding this UDO form, just see the number of document already generated in sales order. So we can see here 18 number of document already generated. Once we will add this UDO form, the 19th number of document will generate into the sales order document. So let me add this document. $50 and then 150 warehouse item code once again keyword 50 quantity 200 unit price, and so I am going to add. So hope 19th number of sales order document may generate. So you can see this document is generated through the DI API code. So let me also go back on our custom UDO form so that we can match it with system standard sales order form. So the quantity is 50 50, here is also 50, unit price are 150 200, unit price are 150 and 200 also here. Warehouse are also matching. Doc date 24th, here is also same. Doc due date we have given current date through the code, so we can see in the code. So hope you have understand what I have shown to you. Now come to the code part so that we can understand what we have written inside the code. So to achieve this task we have used form data event as I have told in starting. So basically form data event called after item press event. So let me come to the SDK part also. So that you can understand what event handling actually form data event do. So you can see here form data events occurs when the application performs the following action on forms created to business objects: add, update, delete, and load. The event provides the unique ID of business object info dot object key of the modified business object. So basically the object form data events works on add, update and delete, and load from data via browser link button or find. So similarly we have done this for our code. Once our UDO object successfully add, then this event will call, and here you can see I have checked the business object info dot action success. This property becomes true once the current document has been already added successfully. So on successfully add of this current UDO object, we are calling here the marketing document. You know, on satisfaction of this condition, we are calling add marketing document. Inside this, I have created the documents type of variable here, and then here we have created the object. So with the help of documents variable, you can create any marketing document object. Let me show you one of few of them. Let me stop the code. So through this BO object type, you can create delivery note, for example here, purchase delivery note, I mean PO, sorry, GRPO, and similarly you can create here invoice. You can see here all these are the marketing document. Quotation, you can see here, purchase order here, you can see purchase invoice is here, purchase quotation is here, purchase returns is here, purchase request is here. So with the help of this documents type of variable, and here you will select the particular marketing document, and you will be able to create that marketing document and add through the DI API. So let me show you the different, apart from the marketing document, other document how you can create through the DI API. So let me introduce you the SDK part here. So this is the list of objects you can get from the SDK. Look, this is the documents. So if you want to create invoice through the DI API, credit note, delivery note, returns, orders, purchase invoice, all these will be created with the variable documents. And if you want to create similarly item master, business partner, then you will have to declare the variable of business partners type. If you want to create item master, then you will have to declare the variable of items type. Let me add one of them so that you can understand. Suppose I want to create the business partner object through the DI API. So you will take variable here O, sorry, business partner, you can see here, and here you will take o business partner. So come to the SDK, you can see we have taken the variable of this type and object type of this type. So similarly you have the list of objects here you can use as per your requirement. Now come to the code and move. Let me come to the earlier stage. So, and this is the most new object I want to introduce with you. So this object is very helpful. I will make new video on it, but at this moment I am using this object to convert string to date, which is very useful. Once you will create with the help of this object, your DI API will not give any error while setting the document value to the doc date property or doc due date. I mean any date type of property you will easily set after converting with the help of this function. You can see here, this is the function. So let me explain the code further. So we have created this object, sales order object here. Get the card code from the header series. Similarly, doc date here we have taken through the DB data source, and here we are setting these values to the marketing document. There is the properties, some basic properties must require to add the DI API object. Like here is the card code, doc date. So you will pass many property also, but I have taken few of them. Num add card. So similarly you can add UDF field value with the help of this line. Here I am flushing data to the DB data source and iterating through the DB data source one by one and getting the line details. And here once again I am setting this line data to the line properties of the marketing document. You can see item code, description, warehouse, quantity, price, and here again we are setting UDF field value at line level, and then at the end of the statement of line we are adding new line. Basically, why we didn't put this line of code here, because by default on sales order screen one line added, one line already added into the sales order. Once you open the any marketing document, you may see there is a one line by default. So we don't need to add line at initial. So once we have completed this iteration, we come outside of the for loop, and again we are loading data from the data source to the matrix, and then we are calling this function add. This function add the marketing document. At this moment we are adding sales order, so it will add the sales order. If this return type value is 0, it means the document has been added successfully. Otherwise the uh, the the error will come with error code. You can get that error with the help of this line, and also you can get error code with the help of this line of code. So once we have added successfully, we can get the business object key with the help of company object. Recently added object key we can get through the company object and can receive here. So in case of sales order, the doc entry will return here. So apart from this, you can also get the object type with the help of company object. So in this way we have completed our sales order document through the DI API. So now we will see how to update sales order through DI API. So for that, firstly we will see through the screen and then we will come to the code. So let me move to the screen. Going to open the UDO form and going to previous. So you can see this is the sales order reference number. When you will click on it, you will redirect to the sales order. So you can see, so we are going to update this sales order quantity and unit price. So in update we will change the quantity and the price and the remarks value. So now come to the UDO form, and here we will change as in 500 the quantity for the first item, and the unit price would be 7,000, and the quantity is again for second item is 100, and the unit price would be 1000. So remarks we have given through the hard coded inside the code. We'll see once. Let me run this application, uh, update this UDO form. So come to the 18th number of sales order. You can see here, you can match the quantity 500, 100, 700, 1000, and the remarks would be updated based on custom sales order 10054. You can see here the document number of our UDO form is also updating here. So let me once again update here 700. Here we are updating 1000, and here 500, and here 2000. And let me update once again. We'll see one more time. You can see 700, 500, 1000, 200. You can match also here, and this value is coming because we have given this value in code, hard coded. So I'm going to code so that we can explain the code. So this is our update marketing documents. So it is being called on update mode of the UDO form. So it is being called here, and inside this function we have also created the variable of documents type, and similarly we have created the object. Here we are getting the order reference number so that we can create the sales order object here with the help of get by key function. You can see here. After that, here we have passed hard coded value into the remarks of the sales order. The remarks field is binded with the comments property. You can see here. And then again we are coming inside the iteration. So in iteration we are setting quantity and price, but for the line, firstly we have to select the for which line we are going to update this value. Hence we have to pass the index number to the set current line function so that it will set your value to the specific line of the matrix. So we are here passing through the DI API, and the DI API index starts with the 0. That's why it will take here, and then again loading from the data source to the matrix, and here we are using the update function. So with the once the document will update successfully, the value will return as in 0, and if it is not, then will return with some error message and error code. So you can release your object here as I have done so that memory problem will not create. So we have created this update marketing document in this way. So let me stop and give the debugger and run once again. with quantity 1000. We are going to update once again. Update. You can see two line were there, that's why it's will iterate to the two line. Look, the value of return value is 0, hence it will come to this block, and if there would not be a 0, then it will return the error message and error code. So we have completed our today's topic, that is how to add sales order through DI API and how to update sales order through DI API. And we have also discussed how you can same thing do with another object of SAP Business One like business partner and item master. You can also do with the help of these code, and as I have shown you to the SDK in SDK, so I hope you may understand. So if you have any problems, any issues related to the DI object, so you can put your comment into the comment box so that I can help you. Thank you.